what's up guys? Welcome to another bang on the biggest and best Forex scam exposing channel in South Africa. I'm here with a reaction to Swaggy C being exposed. I know for a fact, like me, it's either you are a fan of this guy, which I'm not, but I've seen some of his content here and there, which some of you might have. And honestly, from his content already, I don't grant this bruh. This bruh just sounds like a scam. I was just never able to prove it. Here we have Wall Street police that's doing the Lord's work. So let's see how Wall Street police is encapsulating Swaggy C as a scammer. Let's get it.
To you. Oh, and lastly, to guarantee that the streams continue, if there's ever a period where Swaggy C, I'm gone for 2 weeks, or I made a bunch of profit in January and I'm gone for February, especially for 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, you'll receive a refund. That's simple. That's the only way I can hold myself accountable to making sure that I'm active, I'm trading, I'm day trading, I'm making sure that the streams continue and people are continuously learning, because what I don't want to do is...
When a guru guarantees you a refund if certain results aren't achieved after you pay and join their program, they are lying. People will say anything to sell you what they're offering, but once the payment is made, both they and your money are gone. That's why they sugarcoat everything, to take your hard-earned money. They all rely on one strategy, appealing to your greed and offering false hope, making it seem like this is the solution to all your trading struggles. When they're broke and desperately need your money, they come up with flashy promises, such as making a certain number of traders millionaires. Of course, they'll ask you to pay a fee, and once you do, they take your money and move on to the next scheme, always finding new ways to drain your hard-earned cash. Take Swaggy C, for instance, who promised to make a lot of traders profitable at the start of 2024. Yet after many traders signed up for his mentorship, he failed to continue the program, leaving them high and dry. Now let's take a closer look inside his trading community to see if he managed to keep his promises. Did he deliver on...
Read this go. I want to let you know that 365 is now closed. After much reflection, I've decided to step away from the signal industry as it no longer aligns with my vision as a trader and educator. Instead, I'm returning to my roots in creating proper education and being a resource in this industry, which is where I find my true purpose and passion. Since 2020, providing valuable educational content and resources has been the driving force behind my work. It's what fuels me, and it's where I actually created the 6 to 7 figure traders that are verified. I listened to the public on starting a signals chat, and while it initially brought me happiness, as time went on, it started to become mentally draining. No. I will explain that. Initially, it brought you happiness because people were paying, but when you realized the mammoth task that you have to deliver on every single day for them, that is where it became mentally draining. You yourself weren't even aware what you were signing these clients up to. And when I say that, I mean you weren't even aware on or clued up on what it's going to cost from you in an effort sense. And here you can clearly see, I apologize to those who are hoping for continued signals. I want you to know I would not be closing 365 down if I thought this was the best way to create profitable traders. I had a beautiful idea back in December of 2023, but it mentally drained me very quickly. Like, did you at least refund the people? That is the thing. Did you at least refund the people?
On what he claimed? And of course, has he refunded anyone as he initially promised to do?
That's what I'm asking.
First, I would like to reiterate that the best way to determine if a guru is truly profitable is through live market predictions. This is where most of them get exposed. Scammers like Alex, for instance, will never tell you exactly when to buy or sell. Instead, they give vague projections on multiple pairs and wait for one to go in their favor. Once that happens, they suddenly claim to have made huge profits from their signals. Swaggy C, on the other hand, attempted to give signals but failed miserably. When it became clear to everyone that he wasn't a profitable trader, he stopped responding to those who had paid for his services. It quickly became obvious that he was only making money off traders to fund his lifestyle. This is why he constantly comes up with new ways to take your money. You'll hear things like mentorship programs.
My apologies for the back-to-back messages. I saw a couple messages in the chat and got a few DMs, and I wanted to quickly address some messages we've been receiving about June and July being free. Allow me to clarify for new members, June is indeed free as part of our special offer. However, for current members, our developers have already set up July to be free as a token of appreciation. Unfortunately, we're unable to move this offer up a month due to technical constraints. Initially, our plan was to offer free access only for July to our current members. However, we decided to extend a free month in June as well for those who had previously cancelled their subscriptions.
365 signals to make thousands of dollars, 730, the live trading lab, Swaggy Academy, and many more.
Sure.
The sad truth is that thousands of people have paid for these services without receiving any value. After collecting payments from his subscribers, Swaggy C began making excuses about why he couldn't continue with the 365 mentorship and signals program. He claimed that it didn't make him happy anymore, when in reality, it was because many people had started realizing he wasn't profitable due to his consistent losses. Rather than face the growing backlash, he decided to shut down the 365 program and promised refunds to everyone who had signed up. However, months have passed, and no one has received anything.
I wish you guys as service providers would understand that when a client comes to you with a grievance, right, there is two possibilities for you to make this go in your way, right? Obviously, if you have sorted it out, you will now have a loyal client, that knows you have their best interest at heart. And secondly, a loyal client is a walking billboard. But you guys do not realize that. It also, thirdly, what I forgot to mention was you sorting that problem out, right? That lets you know, okay, future problems like this may arise in the business. Let me take some preventative measures so that when this problem arises again, there is steps to follow to counter it. Do you guys understand? But you guys usually see a complaint as a customer being difficult. You usually see a complaint as a customer being full of nonsense. You guys usually see a complaint as a customer acting all weird, when in actual fact, that gives you an opportunity to not only reaffirm to that client why that client signed up with you in the first place, but also to build a solid name for yourself, because the only way you can truly work out your value is when you have faced both triumphs and adversaries one time. But you guys are just so used to triumphs that when the adverse moments come, you don't know how to react, and then you start closing things down.
To make matters worse, he's already launched another scheme to extract more money from people.
I said all this summer, but no one listened. Chris will shut down the 365 730 and move on to something else and forget all about why we even paid in the first place. Why do 5,000 loyal followers who lost their money when you have 500,000 followers on YouTube just get new people? That is so true. Hectic. Not trying to be negative or anything, but I haven't heard back about my refund yet. Still no refunds for 365 or 730 for me. I keep emailing support, but keep getting the same response of basically just keep waiting. So it seems like there's two stuff here that people have bought, 365 and 730. 730 is what you get when you plus 365 with 365. So does that mean they bought like a 2-year thing with you? That is what it sounds like to me. And if they bought that 2-year thing, nah, this one, Swaggy, you owe them refunds, me bro. Don't be a dick, bruh.
Following his usual pattern. This constant cycle of making promises, failing to deliver, and moving on to the next money grab operation shows exactly who Swaggy C really is. After failing to deliver on his promises with the 365 mentorship program, Swaggy C has come up with yet another scheme, this time involving prop firms. He's now claiming that it's easier to create 6-figure traders through prop firms rather than...
Sure. Hectic. Over 365. It's a known fact as FTMO funding purpose my funded Ficks, and almost every prop firm that's been running for at least 2 to 3 years has had a bunch of people make over 6 figures. So much so there's people with a cumulative payout over 6 figures. I know that I'll create more 6-figure earners with deep pockets over 365. Whoa. With my prop firm, So Swaggy is starting a prop firm. Scam. Big out scam. a prop firm is the easiest way to scam people, and this is why I'm not against prop firms, but this is why I just dislike prop firms, because it's easy to get payment from a client for the challenges, right? And then in the market maker sense, make things hard for that client so that client lose, so you don't have to give them a real account. But then what some of these people do is they actually have salespeople that when a client lost their challenge account, they phone the client again, and it's almost like they motivate that client, like, nah, this is your turn, this is your chance, the opportunity for you to change your life is here, the opportunity you've been looking for to change your life is here, and then they come and deposit again. So you're just seeing this with my prop firm.
Than mentorship.
This man is planning
Of course, we all know how this will end, as it follows the same pattern we've seen before, the classic scam and forget strategy. He'll likely close down the prop firm after collecting payments, leaving his followers high and dry, and move on to the next money-grabbing idea. What's worse, thousands of people are still waiting for refunds from the failed 365 mentorship program. Many others, enticed by a discount he offered, even paid for the 730 program, believing it was a good deal for the second year. Now, with his prop firm scheme, he's betting on people failing their funded accounts and profiting off their losses. And even if anyone...
Listen to that again, man.
He's betting on people failing their funded accounts and profiting off their losses. And even if anyone manages to succeed, there's no guarantee he'll pay out their earnings. Let's take a closer look at how people are still struggling.
My bro, if this man can't already pay back people that have signed up for something, and I'm thinking here that this 365 or 730 program that they signed up for is hypothetically way less than prop firms payouts. What makes you think you'll be able to pay prop firm payouts out? What makes you think you will be able to pay prop firm withdrawals if he's already struggling to pay back people that have paid for a 365 and 730 signals program from him?
To get their refunds from the 365 days of scam with swag and style. Here's an example of the deceptive practices surrounding Swaggy C's failed 365 mentorship program. A trader who had paid for upcoming years of the mentorship program due to an advertised discount later discovered that the program and signals had been canceled. Naturally, they emailed Swaggy C's team, requesting a refund. The team replied, stating that they could only refund the money to the original payment method.
Scam. Hello there, thank you for reaching out to us. I understand your concern regarding the refund for your recent purchase. Unfortunately, we can only issue refunds to the original payment method used at the time of purchase. This means we cannot process refunds to an alternative payment method or bank account that is not on file. Well then, put details of the bra on file so that you guys can pay him back. You guys, you American scammers now are so condescending while in the same sense being stupid as fuck. Yo, I will moor you guys. How hard must it be for you to PayPal or to Venmo this client some money? Or like you Americans like Cash App. How hard is it to do that? And then there's still people that believes this man is gonna pay out prop firm withdrawals that runs into the thousands of dollars. Since the card you used for payment is no longer active, we are unable to complete the refund to that card. That is a lie. That is a lie. They're just keeping your money, my bro. As an alternative, we can offer you credits towards any of our current or future. Now, guys, whatever. Yo, I'm sorry for stressing like this because for me, where I'm sitting right now, it is giving South African scammer. I know in the past we have dealt with cases where people have paid for something, right? And then they don't get what they paid for. Then they tell the client, oh, but listen, we can use this as credits so that when I do a next launch for a next course, a next robot, a next whatever, then you can just get a discount based on how much you paid. Or if the product that I'm launching is that much, then you just get it for free, right? But then when time comes, then that service provider, some I don't know about nothing now. We have seen this time and time again. And I feel this is what's gonna happen here.
However, they offered an alternative. The trader could use the credit for future purchases instead of a direct refund. In a follow-up email, the team reassured the trader that their credit could indeed be used for future purchases. When Swaggy C launched his new prop firm, Primetime, the trader requested to use their credit to purchase access to the prop firm.
Request to apply credit for Primetime account, dear customer support team. I'm following up regarding the credit offered to me for the cancelled 730 subscription that I purchased using a card that is no longer active. As per your previous email, you mentioned the option to apply the credit toward current or future products.
This request was declined with the justification that the prop firm was a separate entity with different stakeholders.
Thank you for following up and bringing this to our attention. Currently, the credit from the cancelled 730 subscription cannot be directly applied to Primetime memberships, as Primetime is a separate entity with different stakeholders and operational processes. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause and truly value your understanding. If you have any additional questions or need further clarification, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help. Best regards, customer support team support. I bet there's not even a support team. I bet that Swaggy C sitting behind these messages. Yeah! Disingenuous. There's no other way to describe Swaggy C, my bro. And do you guys understand now why I say the bigger the scammer, né, the more the lies. I've always said it, and I'm gonna maintain that. I've never been proven wrong on that.
Despite these claims, they still refused to refund the money, breaking Swaggy C's own promise to refund customers if he remained inactive for more than a week. In this case, there were months of inactivity before the program was permanently shut down. To make matters worse, while the 365 program was discontinued, Swaggy C attempted to debit funds from those who still had their cards linked to the program.
It's giving Klintfester. Sure. Do you guys understand why we don't do these things? Remember correctly now, this is what Jamal Terrence did to the people of South Africa. They cancelled their Signal subscriptions with him, yet Jamal still debited from their bank account. Sometimes people think I lie when I come and say these things. Yet, look here. What does Jamal Terrence and Swaggy C have in common? They both fucking American scammers. Look here. We attempted to process a membership payment of $375 for a 6 month and it failed. For 6 months and it failed. Please sign into your dashboard and update your credit card information. So there you can see. To think some of y'all were thinking that I lied when I said that some of these guys, when you cancel your services with them, they will still debit you, like Jamal Terrence did. Yeah, you can see another example of it happening, like to your face, my bro. To your face.
Once these payments went through, customers were unable to recover their money. This shows a blatant disregard for the trust and financial well-being of those who supported his mentorship initiatives. As thousands of people cry out over lost payments and unfulfilled promises, with many demanding refunds, Swaggy C introduced yet another scheme to extract money. This time, he promised a 2-day in-person class to help attendees become profitable traders. As expected, many signed up and paid, but Swaggy C never showed up. It was all a scam.
Wait, did Swaggy C just give props to ICT now? Intimate enough for everyone to get their questions answered, as we have a set number of tickets being sold, which has never been done before. Most of your favorite mentors and my peers have held in-person events before, seminars, private 5-day classes and more. There's only 2 people in this industry who have not done so. Swaggy C and ICT. Yeah, ICT is a scammer. You wouldn't know. Oh, you're big.
Many signed up and paid, received refunds. Once that
The names aren't that hidden, but alright. Jonathan, I paid 2,500 for the Puerto Rico Dorado experience. Swaggy told me to reach out for the NYC event. I reached out and never got a response from his team, and it's probably a month or so. I didn't bother buying the event because by then it was already some problems coming up with 365, and I wanted to see how Swaggy would handle that first before I dropped more money on another thing he had going on. Sorry you got caught up in the shit though. Do you guys see what I told you earlier in the video? From a business perspective, clients just want to see how you as a business owner are gonna move through those adverse periods. Are you gonna sacrifice people over profit, or are you gonna let go of your profits and choose people? And evidently, as you guys can see here, this bro was willing, yeah, if he sees that as a client he's valued, he was treated fairly, his money wasn't just taken from him, he would have come back to support Swaggy C some more. But because he got scammed, he can't. And this is why after a couple of years you guys fall off into nothingness, because although your product might have been cool, although your mentorship program might have been cool, but you are too arrogant to realize that you need a customer as much as a customer needs you. And then therefore you're all condescending, like you give that, oh, I don't need you type of attitude, while you already have the money, by the way. Couple of years down the line, if you haven't reinvented the scam, you would have fallen off. I give you point in case, Louis Jr. Chakwane, Sandile Shezi, what's his name, that the Andile Maisela that beefed with Jason. Come now, man, guys. There's too many examples in this industry for shit to still go down like this, and for mentors to not learn to do better.
It was all a scam.
It's not that the opportunity for them to learn how to do better wasn't there. It's just that they don't want to do better. I mean, look at Swaggy. When he realized how much effort it's gonna cost of him to keep open the signals group and to keep feeding people signals, he closed it after a couple of months of inactivity. So, yo, as if you are a mentor watching this, I need you to understand this. No one is judging you for becoming a mentor. No one is judging you for charging people for your time. Fuck, charge them. It's only fair that you do, but do a right job and get FCA regulated in the process, man.
And those who paid never received refunds. Once that scheme ran its course, he introduced another program, this time a boot camp designed to fast-track your trading journey and make you profitable within a short period. Yet again, it was another ploy to take money, and while it attracted...
KK, if there's one thing that you can be sure of, is that an American scammer, that man grants a bootcamp, bruh. An American scammer grants a bootcamp. Whether it's a Forex scammer, whether it's a crypto scammer, it doesn't matter, my bro. An American scammer grants a bootcamp. Reason being, they can scam a whole lot of dummies at once.
Attracted many, the results were the same. No real value delivered. Swaggy C continues to succeed in these ventures because he has over 500,000 active followers who are unaware of his fraudulent activities and believe in his promises. As long as there's an audience unaware of his true nature, he finds new ways to exploit their trust and funds. For 2025, he's already planning another scheme called Deep Pockets, which promises even more unrealistic trading results. This is separate from his recently launched prop firm, where traders are unlikely to receive payouts or refunds should any issues arise. It's a continuous cycle of deception aimed solely at enriching himself while leaving others in financial ruin. All the promises made at the beginning of the year were nothing more than bait to lure you into paying, only for him to run off with your money. As of now, over 5,000 people are still waiting for refunds from the scam and swag scheme, with no resolution in sight. To truly grasp the level of deception carried out by...
Do you see again? You will be charged $675 again on December 18th, 2024 unless you take steps to cancel your subscription. You can cancel your account here.
By one individual, I'll let some of the...
Why is it making deductions if he's not giving the service? Flat out scam. If you are a supporter of Swaggy C, you are supporting a scammer. Straight
complaints from affected people play out on their own. You can read along and see the extent of manipulation and false promises firsthand. It's a sobering look at just how far someone will go to take advantage of others' trust.
Know who will never, ever, ever have an exposed video made on them in the future? Me, Swaggy C. I will be here levels above everybody else in the industry if that is the case. When that is the case. And here's how it'll work. I'll be trading on a small account starting on January 1st. And by December 31st, the end of the 365 days, the goal is...
Now you can clearly see the empty promises and the lies behind every word he says. It's all about one thing: getting your money.
I guess he's needing a lot of money for his prop firm. That person, Amiri, he keeps shouting out, doesn't even trade the way Swaggy does. He said Swaggy changed his life. I wonder how. Maybe just motivation-wise. And he said 365 was too toxic. I mean, it's not toxic to ask something we paid for. It's not, is it toxic to ask your barber to cut your hair if you paid for it? Bro, Swaggy a clown, man. Honestly, we need a refund B. Did anyone try to contact him on YouTube? Actually, I guess he's trying to keep up with the Joneses now. He needed that money for something. Part of it must have been the prop firm. Facts. 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 Hey, I ain't afraid to admit when I'm wrong. Guess 365 left a bad impression on me. I hope the videos here don't get taken down for those of you that rely on them. That's it, brother. Never bite the hand that feeds you. Hello, it may be a glitch at the system. Hope everyone is doing great. I shame Angie, you still got some belief in Swaggy there. Do we still get the prime time discount if we was in the 365? No, Jonathan, you do not. You do not, Jonathan. Are you still with me? I've emailed a couple of times and haven't heard anything. Have you put aside your goals and dreams? Have you given up on grabbing a free 30-day deep pockets beginner's guide? It's like a stepping tool to making your first 6 figures. Have you passed on the chance to get real life advice from someone who went from 0 to 8? He went from 0 to 8 figures, but he's struggling to pay out less than $1,000. Guys, I'm telling y'all, the reason why I'm exposing this is because whatever happens in America trickles down and it comes to South Africa. Now, it comes by way of pretenders and fakes like Clint Fester, right? But when it comes to the prop firm gig, Clint Fester has really jumped the gun there. But this is a clear indication that Swaggy is a scammer, man. And you can also see where Swaggy made his money, which is clients. And to me, if he wasn't making money off clients, he would have paid them back easily. I mean, it came out of his mouth that
to you. Oh, and lastly, to guarantee that the streams continue, if there's ever a period where Swaggy C, I'm gone for 2 weeks, or I made a bunch of profit in January and I'm gone for February, especially for 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, you'll receive a refund. That's simple. That's the...
So, you guys must start paying attention now. This is going to trickle over into South Africa. I sincerely hope you guys are prepared for it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Cheers. I've been away for a couple of days, but I'm back now. I'm well rested and I got some good news for you guys. We actually scooped an award at this year's IFX Awards banquet. This elegant event was focused on IFX celebrating their top partners for their dedication and determination towards making an impact in this industry. It was captivating, motivating, really thoughtful, and from entrance to exit, you could see the IFX management really put in effort into showing their partners they are appreciated. Use the link in my description to join a team that recognizes you and your impact in this industry.